Hello everyone and welcome back to your piano lesson. If you are here for the first time, I am Gianluca Fronda, your virtual piano teacher. If you want to discover interesting facts about me, you can watch the introduction video of this channel. I'm leaving the link in the description of this video, where you will find also the link for my artistic channel, Gianluca Fronda, pianist and composer, if you're interested in original music and covers. Talking about this channel, don't forget to subscribe and let me know about yourself by commenting. Tell me when you have started, if you're finding my channel interesting and you're improving your skills also thanks to my videos. And don't forget also to share with your friends if there is anybody interested in piano music, anybody that you know. So now time to go to our lesson. Today is time to talk about Etude in A minor. Is the B2 piece from the grade 5 piano exam pieces ABRSM 2019 and 2020. This is another one that is arriving quite late. Is part of a block of 4 videos that I am planning to publish from the grade 5. I suppose that you have no problems understanding the 6/8 and how to consider these andantino and 6/8. Is obviously made of 6 counts. Each count is worth a quaver. Doesn't matter that the metronome is expressed per dotted crotchets. So it obviously in this way it means that this is the first count. This is the first count and this is the second count, each count made of a dotted crotchet. But obviously it's very slow and is definitely worth to consider it like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and, or even better, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and, where the count is the quaver and the half count is the semiquaver. Assuming that you know how to consider the 6/8, after playing it at the final speed, and I will play also using the metronome per quavers, not only per dotted crotchets. So now the first time I will play not using the metronome at all, and letting you see how it will sound, simply without the metronome, and how it should be played and will be played always at the exam or in a public place if you have a concert. Then I will play with metronome per quavers, same speed, same identical speed, and it will be at 144 per quavers. And then I will play slowly, but I will also explain many things related to technical problems featured by this Etude in A minor. This is Etude in A minor, played at about 48 per dotted crotchet. Now I want to show you how it is if played, because this is what I suggest you at the beginning, let's say the first stage, to study it using the metronome per quavers. So we have to do 3 times 48 to get the speed of the quaver, of the basic count, of the single count. You do 3 times 40, that is 120, then 3 times 8, that is 24, 120 plus 24 is 144. This is the speed of the quaver and is identical to the 48 per dotted crochet. Let's play it now with the metronome. In this way you will see even better where they fall, for example the trills or the other ornaments that we get on this etude in A minor. And voila! Now it's time definitely to talk about the main technical problems of this etude in A minor. Let's obviously start talking about this first turn. You have to definitely be grateful that ABRSM is printing on top the way you have to solve this turn. Pay attention. We said that the quaver is the count. The turn is definitely solved in the first count. Why? Because you attack the B, you play the B on the first half of the first count. Indeed, the semiquaver is the first half. And then on the second half you play the three notes that you see on top. Which ones are the three notes? Are the B, one note above, the real note, and one note below. Then you end, you go back to the B, but the B will fall at the beginning on the first half of the second count that will be completed by the D. Pay attention to my fingers. Now I'm going to play it slowly, slowly. It is 1 and 2 and 3 and this is the turn. 1 and this is ta 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 ta. Okay, in slow motion. 1 and the three notes on and, the triplet of demi-semiquavers. And 2 and 3 and. Fantastic. So we have solved this one. This at the end of the second line is identical. Identical. You have to simply pay attention now to another element. Underneath, just under the turn, there is the sharp sign. What does it mean? That the composer wants you to play the third note of the triplet of demi-semiquavers sharp. Which one is this note? Is the C sharp. So you play, pay attention, you play first of all the D at the start of the bar with the thumb. Then you have, as written on top, 4, 3, 2. You will play the three notes of the triplet with 4, 3 and 2. Here we are. This is the note that I was mentioning, the one that is shown with a sharp. So the sharp is referring to the last note of the triplet, the lowest note of the turn. So again, 1 and 2. This is the ending of the turn, as also requested by the composer, by the publisher, by the editor, by the musicologist, whichever decided to write this. I don't know if it's from the composer. Now again, so 1 and 2 and 3 and again 1 and 2 and 3 and well done. Then we have to spend a bit of time talking about this one. In my performances, in both, I have started these grace notes at the end of the third count of the previous block. This is something that is usually done, especially in music from the 19th century. You might even start from the beginning of the fourth count, or first count of the second block. I show you what I have done in slow motion. So in slow motion it is. I'm coming from the last note of the bar number 8, yeah? You see, these are stealing, these two grace notes are stealing, these grace notes are stealing from the previous notes that are F and A. If I want to do it counting, it is 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and A, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. As you can see, I have been counting 1 and 2 and 3 and A. Pay attention to me. These notes will turn demi-semiquavers. How did I do? I consider these notes semiquavers, and these ones are definitely getting the second half. They have to fill in the second half. It will be like 1 semiquaver and 2 demi-semiquavers. Indeed, it's exactly the same I did here. The same I did here. If you want, you might do in a different way. You might steal from the beginning of the count. And how it would be? Slowly, slowly. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and da-da-dam, tam, tam. You do like 1 and 2 and 3 and 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 you see I did 1 and 2 and 3 because I am placing them at the beginning of the new count of the fourth count of this bar. And I like to say I steal from this dotted quaver, and these ones will be 2 demi-semiquavers at the beginning, followed by semiquaver, completing the first count, because remember that the count in this case is a quaver. Then you have 1 more semiquaver. The dot indeed is reminding you that these A and C, they have to be extended of 1 extra half count equal an extra semiquaver, then completed by these, that will be 2 and. If you want, I can write down the 2 options. So my option is exactly this one. I have played these ones in this way. I start from the third count. Yeah, this is the third, then we have the first and second. I stop here. I did. The real notes are the real notes. These ones are turning now semiquavers and 2 demi-semiquavers. I did exactly this. This is my case. And respecting these as a dotted quaver, and then after the beginning of the second count I've placed the semiquaver, yeah? I'm doing it in this way just because there is not that much space. Sorry. The other option, so this is option number 1, that is mine. Option number 1. The second option that I've been showing you is the one where you respect on the third count the quaver as it is, so simply quavers as they are, but then you place the 2 demi-semiquavers at the beginning of the fourth count or first count of the following block. You can consider like fourth or first because it's exactly this one, yeah? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the fourth count of the bar. So the 2 demi-semiquavers landing on the real note that now has been postponed, and there is also the extra semiquaver that you have to consider. So we have on the first count we have 2 demi-semiquavers, and this is the start of the second count, yeah? Don't get it wrong. So this is the start of the second count. These have to be tied, and here we have 2 semiquavers. I know that it's quite complicated to be understood, but if you pay attention you will get it. I repeat, these 2 notes, these 2 grace notes are exactly these ones. Then landing on A and C that start here now. 1A and 2 is the dot. Okay, these two dots that you see at the beginning of the second count, completed by these two notes. But feel free to choose either this or this one. It's up to you. Then obviously I will play again everything slowly, but you can definitely refer to the performance of these grace notes that I have played before. Then here, what you have to understand here, that the composer is asking you to start the trill at the beginning of the beat, on the down beat, and is made using 3 notes, so 1 triplet. It's quite simple in this case. So instead of playing as normal, taking off the trill, 1 and 2 and 3, and you do da-di-dam, 1 and 1A and 2 and 3. Indeed, you can count 1A and 1A and 1A and 1A and 1A and 1A and 2 and 1A and 2 and 3, 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 and then stop. What did I do here? Here I took a decision. In my performance I have played, but then you can definitely adopt a completely different solution. I have decided, since the trill has to cover 3 counts, I have decided to do 4 demi-semiquavers the first at the beginning, plus 4 more demi-semiquavers for the second count, and then 5 demi-semiquavers to end the block. Why do I have to do 5? If I have to start from the real note, look, it will be first block, second block, and then, since I have to add the C and the D at the end, I must consider 5 notes. Look, I would end on the E, but I need the C sharp and D sharp, and so the last block will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All together it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But this one could be maybe too much for you. And that's why you might do something else. Instead of these 4 plus 4 plus 5, 13 notes, you might use 9 notes. In this way, I show you what I mean. Three triplets of demi-semiquavers, yeah, we might do. And they will be, look, pay attention, starting from the D sharp, they are 1, 2, 3, then the other one starting from the E, 1, 2, 3, and the other one again starting from the D sharp, but going down now, 1, 2, 3, again me, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, together, hands together will sound. It will sound. And obviously raising the speed could be easier in case you have never studied this one, applying the grace notes, the trills and the turns. I hope it is clear now what I mean, yeah? You can adopt this one. Are 3 triplets, each of them made by 3 demi-semiquavers, yeah? Where here you have to simply mind the notes needed. The remaining parts, I think that don't need any extra explanation, because this is a turn that can be considered identical to this one. Is exactly the same. The same. And the fact that you have semiquavers on the left helps you pretty much. I don't think that there is anything extra that should be mentioned. I can go straight now to the slow performance, because I suppose that you know everything about, at this stage you're grade 5, you should know everything, yeah? Okay? Now it's time to play it slowly. I will keep the metronome on. So I'm lowering the speed up to 72, yeah? Let's say half speed. And this way you can see every single move. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and... This is Etude in A minor played at 72 per quamus. Only one more word regarding this interesting decrescendo or diminuendo. Imagine that you raise slightly the sound when you play the chord and the D sharp, because you reach a very high sound, I would say something around mezzo forte forte. Suddenly you drag the sound down to piano, but here raise a little bit for this diminuendo, this sensation of inflation. Look, so you do so. A temporary raise of the sound and then decrease, yeah, okay? This is my advice. I don't think that there is anything else that should be mentioned. I think that I've told you pretty much regarding this Etude in A minor. I really hope that it will turn useful, this video. Don't hesitate to let me know how things are going, how you're improving your skills, how you're improving the piece itself, the performance. Simply keep me updated regarding your improvements. In case you are landing on my channel thanks to this video, don't forget to subscribe and see you in the next video. Bye!